Okay, let's create the animation on the character. Now we have everything ready, and based on my drawing, yeah, we can add this setup into second input of the scene add character node. So let's create the scene add character node. Yeah, as I said before, if you already have like setup, like I don't know, like animation or something, you can put that into your first input, and then you can add new character into your second input. In the default, the name of character is matching with node name, so maybe name it like Robotom, or just disable this connection and then name it Robotom. Let's see what you have on your attribute. If you go primitive attribute, you can see there are two primitives, and each has naming attribute. One has robot arm.character, and the other one is scene.graph. As you may imagine, as you like add new characters into your scene, there will be another primitives appear here. If you look at the rig tree from the animation tab, go to new pan tab type and then animation rig tree, you will see more detail on it. If you hit this plus mark here, and then we have scene graph and robot download character, which is matching with this one. And we also have the plus mark here. So let's expand it. And now you can see the guide.scale, base.shape, base.rig, base.scale. So those are things that we created on the upper strings. So this is like something like like packing all stuff that we create here, and then like make a new group as a character. Cool. Okay, let's create animation. So add the scene animate node. So animate scene animate node. And as you may know, if you hit enter on the Beatbot, you will be able to dive into animation state, which you have control on animation. See, you have like all the controllers and everything. Okay, before we start actual animation, let's make sure to have a good user interface. So here, left bottom corner, I want to have the animation editor where you have control on your keys. And right upper corner, I want to split this into two, left and right. And left side, we want to have the animation apex selection set and also animation layer. I will explain about those two later, so let's not worry about it now. Yeah, we have selection set and animation layer, and I want to have another viewer here. Cool. Okay, let's save those as like new UI setup. I already have my animation setup here, so I want to save. Yeah, the adding animation is not that difficult. You just need to select your controllers. Okay, let's, for example, select the handle, IK handle, and from this animation editor, you just need to set up the keyframes. For example, this first frame, okay, position, I don't know, somewhere around here. And if you hit K, it's going to make a new key on all transform here. Hit K and another key, for example, around, I don't know, 72. and move to somewhere else. And hit K, and yeah, it's got new key on the frame. Yeah, it's working. But if you hit escape button on your keyboard, you won't see anything because the animation is created, but it's just saved as like Apex information. So we need to like evaluate the animation and all leagues together and characters. The node is called the scene invoke node. So let's add scene invoke. Yeah, as I said, like this is like kind of renderer where yeah, it's like evaluate everything that you created. It's so create parameter, and if you hit, you just need to like pick the character and like what type of output you want. But if you hit this output or character shapes, you'll be able to see all shapes, like all animation that you created automatically. But now you are seeing your beautiful animation here. So you know, like when I create my animation, I always set viewer on your this scene invoke node that select this scene animate and then like create your animation here. Which keeps your viewer sitting on the scene invoke. By doing this, you have control on your animation on the viewer left side, and also you'll be able to see the result soon on the right upper corner. Cool. Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look at another function on this scene animate node. From here, we have like selection set. What is selection set is like create like groups for your controllers, because like when you think about like the robot which has 100 parts, if we show like all legs on your billboard, the scene will be really messy, and it will take time to find the node you want to control. So we can create group on each controllers. So how to do that? If you go to here, selection set, and you can create like group on here. Then you have like in default, we have group for current selection, which in default we have like group for current selection and all controls. Current selection is a group for the controller that you are selecting now. If we deselect everything, you won't see anything in current selection. And all controls is the group that contains everything. But for example, okay, I want to create group only for these IK controllers. How do I do this? Just select those two. One, two. Hold shift button, and then you can select like multiple controllers. And here, right click and create set from selected. Then you have new set. And also you can see like new set appears on your this selection set section on your viewport. There are a couple of functions. For example, here we have the character visibility, or like control visibility, or like the selection of your controls. If you click this, I don't know, crystal button, hide the controls, you can hide all controls in the set. If you hit this button, you can select all controls in the set. Nice. and if the controls are bind with characters, and if you hit this button, the character will be invisible. In this case, IK is not bind with the geometry. I mean, on is not bind with the character, so it doesn't do anything. Okay, let's create another set for our original, original links. So let's hide the IK stuff and then select other controllers and then hit a right click and create set from selected. Name it robot down and then name this guy as IK. Yeah, if you click this button, the character will be invisible, but it's not working. I don't know why, but to make this work, you need to set your viewer to your scene animate node. Now it's working. Not sure why. Yeah, so like now we create selection set for IK and robot arm. Like when you create like animation for IK, you can hide the controllers of the robot. And if you want to like create animation on robot, you can hide the controllers for IKs, which is really useful. Okay, let's talk about this animation layer. Animation layers allows you to like save your animation into different layers. For example, okay, let's create animation on your base. In default, it has like base animation layers, which contains everything. But for example, when you want to create additional animation on your parts or whatever, but you want to break the existing animation, what you can do is create new layer from here like this, and then create new animation on it. So let me try. Okay, let's create like simple animation on this base dig. Frame 1, maybe here, and hit K, and frame, I don't know, 72, move somewhere around here, and hit K again. Now we have good animation, and we want to create animation like moving up. We want to break the animation. We don't want to break the existing animation. So what you can do is select your controllers, and then from here we can create layer from selected controllers. So hit this guy, and we have a new layer. And if we want to, I think you will notice that there's a triangle icon here, which means this node is belonging to those both of those two. If you pick up like another one, for example, cylinder A, you can see like triangle mark only on the base animation, and it's not included in this new layer. Yeah, new layer has only the base dig in it. Okay, so let's create a new animation on the y-axis. For example, frame 1, hit K, and then frame 72, up a little bit and hit K. Now we have like animation combined together. And like, if we want to disable the added if we want to disable the extra animation, you can turn off this weight here, like switch this to 0, and then we only have the the old animation that we created on this base animation layer. This is really helpful for us. Like we are going to create a robot animation, but it can be like divided into like the animation of like large parts, animation of small parts, animation of mid parts, animation of jet. So we need a like couple of like animation layer based on the parts. Cool. This might be it for the introduction. Hopefully this was really helpful for you to dive into like, very beginning part of the Apex. Of course, the later weeks we are going to talk about like more like deeper part of League and animation stuff. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.